Hey, how we doing, YouTube? So, I want to talk a little bit about the Pelican Bass Raider 10E NXT. I've had it now for a few months. I've done a few mods. Some of them worked out great, some of them not so much. And so I'm gonna do a walk around real quick here, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about each of the mods that I did. All right, here we go. Okay, back out here with the Pelican Bass Raider. And we're going to talk a little bit about the outboard motor I have on the back. It is a Tohatsu 2.5. Hopefully I said that right. And as you can see, I've added that extension so that I can get my seat in the middle of the boat. And we'll talk more about that here in a couple of minutes, but let's talk about the motor itself. It's a 2.5. It's a 15-inch shaft. I believe it has like a third of a gallon of gas. And you know, it only uses a trickle, so that'll go quite a ways. It will push the Raider about 5 miles an hour. The extension allows me to be up here in the center and control the boat. All right, thank you. Okay, back out here with the Raider, and I want to talk a little bit about the battery station. So it is a Ninkota trolling motor power station. It has a couple circuit breakers on it, couple ports where you can use like a cigarette lighter type of adapter. I have my trolling motor cord that runs underneath the floor, comes up here, and then will get attached here. And we'll talk more about the floor here in a couple of minutes. While I'm right here though, we'll talk a little bit about the scuffer hole. I installed that so that any water gets in the boat, you know, it's easily gotten rid of right there. Test light, 2 circuit breakers right here, one for the battery, one for the auxiliary ports on either side. All right, thank you. Okay, back out here with the Raider. I'm going to talk a little bit about the front of the boat. So we have our trolling motor, and it is a Endura 55 thrust Ninkota. And Helix 7, down scan, side scan, fish finder, GPS. I built this little box for it and put the battery all tucked up inside there. It works out pretty good. The trolling motor, I don't use the outlet that's supplied. I use this cable here, and it goes underneath the floor all the way to the back. I don't have the right outlet right now, or the right connection, I should say, for this outlet right now. I don't know if I'll ever hook it up. We'll see. transducer on a Scotty mount. Front of the boat, I replaced the factory plugs with some upgraded ones, metal ones. I didn't like the plastic ones. Alrighty, thank you. Okay, back out here with the Raider. I'm going to talk a little bit about the floor that I use. So I have these rubber mats that I have in here, and they are this product right here, anti-fatigue foam mat. I got it at Harbor Freight. And below that, let me just show you here, I have a piece of plywood that is run the entire length and cut to fit that bottom section. So I have a piece of plywood, and then I have the foam mat. So you can stand on this, and you might as well be standing on the sidewalk. There's no give, and you're very, very comfortable. And it's not a lot of weight. So I got that going the whole way. And like I was saying before, I have my trolling motor wire going underneath the floor all the way through the channels, coming all the way to the back here and popping up here. So that works out pretty good. All right, thank you. Okay, back out here with the Raider. So like I was saying earlier, I've done a lot of mods, and some of them worked out, and some of them, in my opinion, did not work out. So I have this casting deck that I made, and it really fits the boat great, but it just did not work out for me, and I'm going to explain why. But first I want to show you what I did, and maybe it'll work out for you. So on the bottom side here, you can see I have some 1x4s that I trimmed down to be the right height to bridge from inside of this groove right here and across here, so that it tucks inside the insides of these two spots and then grabs inside here. And you'll see what I mean once I get it in there. It really fits like a glove. So I'm gonna stop this recording and install the deck, and then I'll be right back. All right, thank you. Okay, back out here with the Raider, and now I have the casting deck in place. So as you can see, it takes up a pretty good portion of the front. It gives you a lot of room to move around and stand. And you can easily remove this chair that I have up here, to give yourself more room to stand and fish. This chair that I have there, it's easily stowed away underneath here so that you can easily have all this area up here to fish. The problem with this configuration is that the deck is kind of heavy. So with the deck on here and my body weight on here, it kind of makes the front of the boat start to wash out a little bit. And not only that, but now it moves my body weight when I'm using the outboard all the way to the back. So now I have the weight of the outboard, the weight of the battery, and then my body weight all in this back 3-foot area. And that tends to make the back of the boat wash out. So this configuration right here just does not seem to work for me. It may work for you, and it came out great. It's not like it didn't come out good. That front deck fits it like a glove. I was really pleased with the way it came out, but it just did not work the way I wanted it to. I still use it like this once in a while, but it's not really my first choice in configurations. That's the beauty of the Raider, though. You know, it has such versatility that you can use it in such different ways. And, you know, if you do your mods right, it's literally 5 minutes to change it. And it's suddenly a completely different boat. I got some Velcro on the bottom side of my battery box for the fish finder. So, I mean, this thing is stuck like Chuck. You know, you can't, no amount of waves or anything like that is going to make that move. Like I say, this would be considered a mod that just did not work out for me as much as I wanted it to. I'm a bass fishing guy. I'm used to fishing from the front deck of a bass boat. And I may find a way to make this work, maybe a smaller deck. We'll see. All right, thanks.